Greetings my friends and a very warm welcome to you all. Let's quickly have a look at the official info page for this upcoming release before I show you what the company have sent me over to review. They are marketing this piece as the Series U Blue Planet Gilding version, a golden touch, a timeless heritage, 24 karat gold gilded dial, which takes more than 68 hours to gild. 1800 degrees Celsius high temperature coal-fired ceramic takes the wearing experience to the next level.
Okay. So, CIGA Design, who won a prestigious Swiss watchmaking award in 2021 with their Blue Planet watch, have sent me another watch to review.
And I wanted to do a professional review style review rather than a goofy naked watchmaker review, as I think I've put this brand through some serious torture on the previous occasions and they keep coming back. Now, most companies usually use all sorts of fancy wordsmithery to market their products, but I like the fact that CIGA's word salad and marketing approach isn't something trashy and mindless, meaningless, or something half naked with a trout pout, as is the current marketing trend of many companies trying to attract people to buy their junk. CIGA's approach is more earthly and wholesome. You can pause to read some of it here. So again, a cute little book style box with the watch head, and this time we have two straps. A ceramic one for more formal occasions and a fluoride rubber, can't read me own bloody handwriting, and a fluorine rubber strap for daily wear or leisure occasions. The watch is priced at $1,899, but you can get an early bird discount of $100 from March the 12th till March the 14th. The fluoro rubber is supposed to be more heat and chemical resistant than some of the normal silicone or rubber straps you may find on some watches.
The ceramic bracelet feels solid with a folding butterfly clasp which looks like it's PVD plated.
There are also some quick release spring bars in the box for easy toolless strap exchanging. So the concept and idea for redoing the original Blue Planet in a 24 karat gold gilded version is according to the company as follows. Every inch of time is as precious as gold. Life is short. When you raise your wrist, you don't just see the time, but the value of time, and so on. I'll add the full concept in the description so you can read it in full. You can also see the original video here if you want to see me open up the watch and dismantle it and take a closer look at the movement inside, which is the same movement inside this piece, so I won't open up this one. So this Blue Planet is bound beneath this firmament in the form of a gorgeous double-dome sapphire crystal with an anti-reflective coating. It also has the exhibition back with the mineral glass so that you can admire the inner workings of the watch. So why does it take over 68 hours to do each dial? Well, it's not as simple as the gold plating I do in some of my videos, but rather it's gold leafing, which is basically what this guy does to his steaks. Weird. I wonder if that gold can be recycled at the other end. So a similar technique is used here, and the gold leaf is so thin and there are so many mountains and countries with intricate details that require an artisan to sit there painstakingly doing it by hand while the robots in the factory watch on with envy. Now this Fabergé hockey puck has a 46mm case with 22mm lugs, but the case doesn't seem big at all even on my feminine 7-inch wrists, due to the case being just round without any extended lugs or crown guards or bezels. So let's check out the timekeeping. This movement is CIGA's own modified version of a seagull, which is based on the ETA 2824 or Sellita SW200. But this modified version has 30 joules with a 40-hour power reserve in case you forget to move your arms about. The movement is detailed to a nice standard with the usual perlage and stripe detailing, and is a simple movement that can be serviced and maintained by any competent watchmaker without requiring you to sell a kidney or take out another mortgage. Most independent watchmakers charge by the number of complications, so this watch should be charged based on an automatic complication and maybe a small extra premium due to the unconventional way that the movement is accessed, which again you can see me do in the original video. You can see that the titanium version had the screw-in case back, but this ceramic one has a snap-on case back. The movement winds and feels like a 2824, that trademark groggy feel as all 2824s do, and not silky buttery as you would find on a 2892.
But it's an automatic, so you won't be needing to manually wind it that often anyway.
Adjusting the time is relatively easy and smooth, and the readability of the indices is much better than the original Blue Planet due to the gold on black contrast. Telling the time on this is a bit unconventional, but that's their thing. It's not a watch just for telling the time, it's a word salad instigator. But as with all things, once you get used to something, it's like riding a trike. The compass rose wheel points to the minutes on the inner chapter track, and on the outer chapter track are the hours. So in this example, the time is currently 7 o'clock. Now, when I first received the watch, the timekeeping was horrendous, even though CIGA state that the margin of error is between plus or minus 15 to 30 seconds a day. But the watch had been on a very long journey to me from the other side of the world, so I let it run for a couple of days to settle and bed in, and it performed much better.
I wonder how this movement would fare if CIGA were to send it to Switzerland to the chronometer board for their rigorous testing.
So let's put the ceramic bracelet on and see how this looks. This bracelet has a very Rado-esque feel about it, who are famous for the high-tech ceramic trend. It has a butterfly clasp, and they've provided 3 quick-release spring bars in case you lose one. No tools needed and less risk of scratching anything up with these handy little things. Installation is pretty straightforward. Even with baggy magician gloves, I can do it with relative ease. Sweet! That looks slick and very luxurious. You could rock up at a fancy do with a nice crisply ironed shirt or a fine tailored suit with this black on black ceramic. But if you wanted to go mud wrestling, then the rubber strap is a handy option. The sapphire crystal on this one looks slightly higher than the first version,
which may be down to the gilded planet also protruding out slightly higher than the previous version, a bit like my belly.
And of course I did measure them, and the old version was just over 15mm while the new version was just over 16mm. Now, when I did the review of the original Blue Planet watch, many of you commented on the fact that the map on the watch was of the Eastern Hemisphere and not the Western Hemisphere. Well, CIGA is a company based in the Eastern Hemisphere. So naturally, if they couldn't fit the whole globe on there, they would choose the side that they live on. So it doesn't personally bother me, even though the glorious United Kingdom of Britain isn't on the map. But if you like looking at the ocean and you want to take a little swim, then the watch will let you go down to 30 meters.
So every time you lift your wrist and see the gold, will it remind you that time is precious and life is short? I personally think that time is not as precious as gold, not even close. Time, my friends, is the most valuable commodity on the planet. My time, your time, our time. Someone else will pay you by the hour for that hour of time because they don't have enough of it to run their business or do all the things they need to do. Is your 1 hour worth $10 or $100? So I think CIGA have downplayed the value of time by comparing it to something as trivial as gold. But I get what they were trying to say. No amount of wealth, diamonds, gold, or even pizza can buy an extra second of time from him who comes calling. But thought-provoking words, a show of care towards the planet, and benevolent marketing aside, I like this piece. It's just bloody mental, isn't it? A bit like all of us on this channel. It also has an air of mystery, like that guy who rocks up to a black tie-do wearing a leather jacket. You're not quite sure if he is the coolest and hardest guy in the room, or whether he just didn't get the memo. You're not sure if he wants to start a conversation or if he wants to start some beef. At a glance, someone seeing this watch on your wrist would also be unsure if they just saw $1 million Jacob or a $1,800 something else. Now, ceramic and I are not the greatest of friends, because you know me, I like to polish things, and you can't polish ceramic, so I'd be out of a job. But ceramic is a very beautiful material and scratch resistant. The watch looks very sleek and stylish and doesn't feel any heavier than the titanium version. The inclusion of the 2 different straps for various occasions is cool, and the watch is definitely a conversation starter if you like starting conversations or beef. I like the double dome sapphire with that AR coating, but I think the coating is just on the one side and doesn't give you that clear glassless look as you would get if the coating was on both sides. But unless you're a pilot or a seafarer, you won't even notice. The method of reading the time is also a Marmite thing. You either hate it or you don't like it. But I think being able to tell the time on crazy interesting watches like this is just a byproduct. What do you guys think about this piece, and is it something you would consider? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If anyone is interested, I'll add all the links in the descriptions. So thank you all for watching. Please like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed this one. Take care, friends. Peace, love and God bless. Ta-ra!